Alright, my name is Ryan Robinson, and this is my video log for Interaction 1. Moving right into it, going into the first question, a typical day for me in high school was get up, I would go to school, or I would get up, eat breakfast, go to school, then directly after school I would have practice, whether it was cross-country or track, depending on the season. I would then go home, eat a dinner, then study, and then most likely just go right to bed. Now for my partner, a typical day for him being from Kenya, he would typically get up, and then he said he would mainly do chores around the house, or outside of the house, in terms of going to collect water and things like that. And then he would have to run to school, and then go to school for the duration of the day, and then run home, and then typically have to do more chores around the house and gathering stuff, and then he would eat, and then if he had time he would study, and then he would typically go to bed. So you can see that the difference there is mainly I didn't have probably as much responsibility around the house as he might have, and studying became more of a priority in terms of later on in the night. Three things that I was worried about in high school were making sure I was on top of my schoolwork, and then getting enough sleep, and then making sure that I was taking good care of my body so I could be the best athlete that I could be. And then three things that he said he was worried about were what chores he was going to have to do before and after school, and then whether or not he would be able to study depending on the amount of chores he had. And then he would worry about making sure his siblings, since he was the oldest, making sure his siblings were taking care of what they needed to do. And so I guess the way that we kind of have similarities in terms of studying was a big priority, but maybe not so much. The time was available for him. Time wasn't so much available, and then another difference I kind of found was that I didn't really have to, being the middle child, I didn't have to take as much care of my siblings. I was kind of more of something, I didn't have to play as big of a role in that. That was more of just my parents and things like that. Three things that made me happy in high school were, exceeding at my sport, and then I always enjoyed spending time with friends, and then especially spending time with family. Three things that he said made him happy were he enjoyed playing soccer, hanging out with his friends as well, and then he also mentioned that he enjoyed spending time with family, and he really said he enjoyed studying as well when he got the chance. So I guess the main difference there was again that he just didn't maybe have the same amount of time to study, but you can see there is a similarity in that we both enjoy spending time with friends and especially family. The big tests for me as a student in an American high school system were the ACT. So things I did to prepare for that was I got a Princeton Review study book, and just made sure I was really ready. And then I even took it, practice test, and then even took the actual test 2 times. So or maybe 3 if you count practice. And then his big tests, he said and basically any English test was his main focus, because obviously when he found out he was coming here, he had to become very on top of that. So he said he would do as best as he could to just actually talk to people that spoke English as good practice. So yeah, I guess I just gained some thoughts I had were just there are a lot of differences, but there are some similarities too. Yeah, so I guess that's it.